What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Comman-Dads. I'm Tim. I got Corey to my left and Tone underneath. How are you guys doing today?
What's going on, Timmy?
Making it happen, bro. Making it happen.
Right. Yep, Corey is on solo duty tonight, so we have Zane with us, Tim. Yep.
What's up, bro?
Big
Hey,
dog.
what up, dude? HTTR. There you go.
Thanks for the
Big
Commanders
Razer,
here. What the
Razer.
heck, man?
Yeah.
What'd
you say?
No Commanders onesie for the show?
You know what? There you go.
Oh, he's gonna go in the hat. There you go. What up, Yuki? How you doing, dude? Howdy. I guess it finally happened. I'm not sure what that it means, but it is.
I guess another show.
Yeah. We decided to take 2 weeks off because there wasn't really much going on other than very theoretical stretch content that a lot of other people were doing, which is fine. That's just
We're trying to be fathers, man. We're trying to be fathers, y'all.
Ain't that the truth?
Gun it.
Amen. We're trying to be papas.
Keep
I got no question to ask you. We're trying to be fathers. Look at this face. Do you want to deny this face of father?
Oh no! Oh yeah, the
God.
Aiyuk requesting a trade. We'll definitely get into that for sure. Him being a Niners fan, obviously. But how's this week in Dadland? I see it's, as we already said, Corey's solo dolo. Dude's crew tonight.
That's right.
For 2 nights.
2 nights. Tomorrow night and tonight at Shay Sanchez. So yeah.
What's up, Shay Sanchez?
Yeah. Not like old Shay Sharp there, Tone, but yeah, we had a good time. Good.
Shay Sanchez.
Yeah.
He's so aware. He's looking at everything. He's
Zay, what am I doing here?
He's like, what is it? I think it's a lot of colors.
Yeah.
In the background, I should just put Bluey on somewhere, and he'll probably just be like
zoned in.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Jim Bob's getting a little bit more aware of everything. I mean, he could kind of follow you in the beginning, but it wasn't really like he was looking at you. It's just more like a general, like, moving this way. But he's starting to smile now. He rolled over for the first time. Yeah, so it was a good 2 weeks. He's been doing good. Growing like a weed. He's 13 pounds, 3 ounces now. Oh. He finally caught his dad from my birth weight. Like, took him 5-6 weeks. No, he's at he's at 9 weeks now. So it took him like 7 weeks. I was born 11 pounds, 12 and a half ounces. So it took him a while to catch me to be the same weight. But how's this week in Dadland for you there, Tone?
TJ is getting teeth. The teething is on 1 billion. The teething is going nuts.
Oh, yeah.
He has 3 teeth now, so that's interesting.
There you
go. He out here biting people. He bit Chanel's mom the other day.
Oh no.
You got a little Mike Tyson, don't you?
Was it on the ear?
He out here biting people, but he bit me too. He biting everybody. Bit Chanel, bit everybody. Just biting.
Jeez.
Get everybody Holyfield treatment. But nonetheless. He's been fine though. Growing and having a good old time.
Awesome.
He's attempting to walk, which is very interesting. My aunt bought him a walker. So
nice.
That little boy probably be running before we know it. Forget the walking. He might skip the walking stage on this crazy boy. But yeah, that's pretty about it. We're starting to plan his birthday party. So that's been interesting. Looking at venues for his birthday party and things of that nature. So
what's the theme?
That's what we've been on lately. Planning the first birthday party.
What's the theme?
You got a theme?
Theme is space, because he read all these space books, and every time I turn on the space show, he's extra fascinated about it. So
I thought it was the lifestyle of the ops.
Oh my gosh!
You know who you could get,
bro? I'm not a Cowboy fan, bro.
No. But you know who you could get for the lifestyle of the ops. You know who could be the best person that come to that party? Mike Shanahan. Boom. Get your bingo cards out. I got you already.
I got
you already.
I don't want that fool at my party.
Hey.
Overrated.
We're regressing quickly. Okay. Awesome. Well, we got training camp coming up right around the corner. Literally tomorrow. Rookies reporting July 18th. Vets reporting the 23rd. The 26th is when practice starts being open, I believe, to the public.
It's
and
29th. They
Sorry,
start
then
practicing.
I guess is that literally the first practice? So Thursday, 26th, because
Yeah.
it opens up at 8:30. Camp opens, and so the 26th they'll start practicing. Well, Saturday is the military day, so they have to come before the 29th because they're recognizing the military.
Oh, might be 28th from the 20th military day. Yes, 1 2. 28th.
Oh, there you go. It's right around the corner. So we're going to be talking a little training camp preview today. There was no roster moves since we last spoke, even though we need a kicker badly. But there's two things that we could talk about before we get into all the training camp battles, because that's what we're going to discuss today. And number one is Brandon Aiyuk, man. This rumor, this stuff will not die. And now he officially requests a trade. According to Scheffner, the Niners have reportedly have no interest in moving him even after the trade. Washington is obviously getting heavy consideration in the media right now because of what he said in the past and the relationship with Jaden Daniels. Does it make sense? Do you guys think this is finally going to happen? Is it going to actually... Are we actually going to have Aiyuk on this team this season? Corey?
Go ahead, Corey.
No, I don't think we're going to have Aiyuk on I don't think we're going to have Aiyuk on the team. I think he'll keep his happy butt in San Fran. Is it worth kicking the tires on? Sure, yeah. I mean, anything, to make your team better, right, and help out your rookie quarterback. I would say, yeah, it's worth it. But is it worth milking the farm for it? That's what the answer's got to be. And do you have more important needs on offense outside of receiver? I think prevailing minds would say yes. You have questions at the offensive line, especially at the left tackle spot. Are you going to go out and find a veteran there and give them a little bit of cheese, or do you want to splurge on you're trying to? Do you want to buy a Maserati, or or do you want to just buy a Toyota? I like a Toyota, a little bit cheaper than a Maserati. I don't really give a damn what it looks like because it get me to point A to point B, and probably cheaper gas mileage too, right? If you think about it. So, that's where I'm kind of. I think he's gonna stay in San Fran, and they'll get. I don't know if they'll get something done, but yeah.
Tone.
This is going to be a rumor until March of 2025. Enjoy. This ain't going nowhere. This ain't.
So you don't think it'll happen this year, though?
No, because the Niners have no incentive to move him. They're trying to win a championship. Why would they want to trade him now? Why? I'm not gonna get no assets right now unless I'm getting an impact starter. Like unless the commander say I'm trading Jonathan Allen. Are you doing that right now? No, they're not doing that. So no, they're not doing that right now.
Okay.
I think it's going to happen. The rumors will keep going to the offseason. When March comes up, then I think something happens.
What if a Jahan Dotson's a part of the deal? You get a first-round receiver
and probably
in the deal.
Rounder, maybe. But that brings up the same thing. Are you going to pick up Jahan if your option?
Mm-hmm.
So like they're trading him because of lack of funds. Now they're trading because they don't want Aiyuk on their team. They got to pay Brock Purdy. They got to pay George Kittle. They got to renew.
Well, they paid George Kittle
Warner's
already.
Contract.
They paid George Kittle a couple years ago.
His contract runs out after this season.
Again? Oh shit!
They paid him in 2020.
Ooh.
Yes, they got to pay him. Fred Warner's contract is up in 2025.
Yeah,
they got some problems. You got some people they need to pay.
I love this.
Nick Bosa.
Delicious.
Got to pay Nick Bosa in a year.
I mean, that team is so well put together. Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of contracts. Hufanga.
Yeah.
Hufanga's come out a nasty injury though, I think. So that could be a little.
I wonder if they liked him a lot, but yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Yeah, who they keep and who they don't, and who do they move here if they can get capital. But you make a good point where they're in a win now mode. Obviously, they're coming off of a Super Bowl appearance. They have Brock Purdy on his rookie contract playing well. They added some pieces through the draft with Pearsall, and they're still a very, 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 very deep roster, one of the deepest in the NFL. What is the incentive to move on from a guy like Brandon Aiyuk? Like, yeah, maybe they don't want to pay him long term, but they want him now. They are the team that would want a 1-year rental. right? Like that they are that caliber of a team to say, yeah, that's fine. I don't need you long term. I don't need a long-term contract. I just need you this year. And that's the direction we're going to go. But now is Brandon Aiyuk, but is he going to force their hand? Is he going to hold out? Is he not going to show up? Because he doesn't want to play on a one-year deal. He wants a long-term contract, which it's a huge risk for him. Right. It's a fair risk. If he could go out there and play one more year and rip up his ACL, and now he has no guaranteed money for long-term, and he's screwed. So, yeah, I mean, you could say play out your contract. You agree to the contract. That's fine. But he's at the moment in his career that he has to make his move to get that long-term deal. Otherwise, when is he going to get it? So, I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see if Brandon Aiyuk continues to force it. But as far as us, does it make sense for us? To me, it makes no sense for us. We are so far away from competing. I don't think that Brandon Aiyuk helps the development of your quarterback immediately. I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think our problem is going to be the offensive line. Our problem is going to be he's going to be on the move, on the run all year right now with how the offensive line is sitting. Adding another weapon to me is not going to do absolutely anything. Absolutely anything. I mean, you could argue, okay, I'm being exaggeratory. Of course, having another weapon is going to be better than not having a weapon. But my point is, it's going to be negligible in the difference. It's not like, oh, you go get Aiyuk and now JD5 is going to take a huge leap forward. When you don't have a left tackle, the interior of offensive line is a question mark. Well, the center and the right guard, I still don't know what the left guard. The whole left side is a big, scary thing. And then you still right now have Andrew Wiley listed as your starting right tackle. There is major.
Now, let me ask you this too, Tim. If we talk about giving Sam Howell grace because of how the offense, because of Eric Bieniemy's ineptitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we give that same grace to Andrew Wiley? Because maybe this system,
the offensive line in general,
or the whole offensive line, exactly. And there are prevailing stats that said the offensive line wasn't as bad as they may have looked, because you could make the argument that Sam held on to the ball too much. And then also, and y'all know this, that if an offensive lineman is is skating back majority of the game, they're not getting in their groove because they like to run block. And if they're constantly running back and back, it's a war of attrition, and they're gonna give up sacks and everything. So, and I'm not making excuses. I'm just asking you to kind of think about that and kind of put that in that perspective. Could maybe Andrew Wiley, because this is a guy who was the left tackle, was the right tackle in the Super Bowl the year before, and played pretty well. And they can say the field was a little in bad shape. Either way, he was pass blocking and he was doing all right against the Philadelphia Eagles. So, I mean,
Hassan Reddick ain't no slouch.
Right. Like, that's an athletic dude, Hassan Reddick.
To answer your question, all three were horrible. Eric Bieniemy coming in with a full-on pass attack. But a part of the reason that was so bad is because of how bad the offensive line was, in my opinion.
Okay, so when you watch all 22, I'm gonna ask this question: Is it more often that Sam was holding the ball too long last year, or was it more the offensive line just getting beat?
I mean, I don't know.
When I saw more of Sam holding the ball too daggone long.
He definitely held the ball too long at times. 100%. There's not an if, and, or but about it, which is why Eric Bieniemy's game plan was so horrible as well. Is you have a rookie that doesn't understand. But at the same time, it was a combination of all three. Like, you don't break the record in sacks, I think it was, right? Like, he had an ungodly number of sacks last year. Mm-hmm. Did he break did he go? I know at one point he was on pace.
He didn't break the record. He was on pace too, but
yeah,
they kind of shored up. And look, that offensive line played better when Brissett was in there.
Look, you don't compete for that, and it's not all on Eric Bieniemy at that point. Did Eric Bieniemy help? No.
A lot of it is on EB.
Okay, so I mean, I don't understand
Just hear me out.
I don't buy this argument.
Why I say that.
I don't buy this argument. Before you say this, I don't buy the argument that the offensive line was actually good and EB ruined them.
Oh, I didn't say it was good.
No. Yeah. I'm not saying that.
I don't buy
that.
Okay, and now we're having a rookie quarterback again, who also had a bad sack to pressure ratio in the college level, similar to Sam Howell. Obviously, they're two very different quarterbacks because he does have more escapability, but he had a high ratio of sacks to pressure. And now the game's going to move a whole lot faster for him, as it does for every rookie. And then you have a potential rookie left tackle. We'll talk about that more later. Or a Cornelius Lucas, who's a backup left tackle or swing tackle his whole career. You're going to have problems on the tackle positions a lot. Because I don't trust Andrew Wiley to have any chance against Micah Parsons or Kayvon Thibodeau or List pass rusher that we're going against. The Tampa Bay pass rushers are solid, right? That's week 1. I don't see us having a good offensive line, especially on the tackles. And I don't know about this Allegretti guy on the left guard. I mean, obviously, I think he's going to be the starter. They paid him to be the starter. I like Biotish and I like Sam Cosmi. So I like 2 of our 5, but the other 3 are concerns. And 2 of those 3 are the most important on the offensive line, the tackle positions, and especially the left tackle, because now Jaden Daniels is going to be in his head of worrying about protection on the backside. It's going to be I am not buying that argument, I guess. I'm not blaming it on
just hit me out with the whole
okay.
EV thing real quick. Right?
Okay.
I think it's a snowball effect. When you're calling 15-yard routes and 5-step drops, knowing darn well your line can't hold up for that long, what's going to happen to your quarterback? He's going to get sacked. Yeah. Period. That's going to happen. When you don't run the ball enough and you don't let the offensive line get some type of momentum, your quarterback's going to get sacked. We were terrible at having balance. Period. Mm-hmm. There was games where Brian Robinson Jr. was averaging 7 yards a carry. He had 10 carries. Mm-hmm. That's not winning football.
No.
More
oddly enough, we won that game though.
A better.
It was the Broncos game.
No. That was the he ran the ball a lot more in that Broncos game. That was
he had 10 carries, 72 yards in the Broncos game.
Yeah,
he had 10 carries for 7 yards in the Bills game. We got our doors blown off. I'm talking that game.
I could be wrong. I'm almost positive the Broncos game he had 10 carries, 72 yards. I could be wrong.
And a touchdown, to be honest with you.
I could be wrong. Maybe I'm mixing it up.
He had like 8 catches too. He had
18 carries for 82 yards and 2 touchdowns.
It was the Broncos game?
Yes.
Okay, so it was the Bills game that was 10 carries, 72 yards? I remember one game specifically was 10 carries, 72 yards. I thought it was the Broncos game. I'm wrong, which is fine.
Let's see here.
I accept that I was wrong.
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's fine. I'll look it up.
That's why Pencil got erased.
Brian Robinson.
So all I'm saying, more balance offensively, a better scheme should help the offensive line. I'm not saying the offensive line is going to be great or it's going to be absolutely amazing, but it shouldn't be absolutely dog crap either. I think it could be adequate. I think it could be average. If it's average,
it was Buffalo, 10 carries, 70 yards.
Yeah, 10 carries, 70 yards. Yep. Yeah.
But
y'all look at this too.
That game. I was like, why we don't run the ball more? You like 7 yards a pop. Like, why we not run the ball more? Like,
yeah.
I don't know if that made a difference though. 37-3.
But I mean, there's some games that, like, the Philadelphia game, right? That previous week, 14 for 45. The loss against Chicago, they ran the ball 6 times for 10, and he only had 10 yards there. So, I mean, you look at some of these games, and like he basically, like Eric Bieniemy had something vehemently against the run. He looked like Andy Reid's offenses early on in Philadelphia, where all they did was just throw the ball across the yard. And for somebody who's a former running back in the league, not wanting to establish didn't want to establish the game. To me, that makes no sense to me.
So, I mean, I'm definitely agreeing with you guys. Offensive coordinator could have helped a ton.
Sure.
A ton. Yeah. Eric Bieniemy was a disaster. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Ron Rivera literally talked about in the offseason that we're building this team to be a run-first team, and we were the 100% complete opposite out of the gate. We never were a run first team in any game, pretty much, right? So Brian Robinson never had a game where he had 20 carries.
Mhm.
Never had a game. And he would definitely be considered a workhorse back at 6'2", 225 pounds, or whatever he is. So 100%. I'm not defending Eric in any way. My only point is I still have extreme concerns on that offensive line. And I don't think that Brandon Aiyuk is going to fix this team to make us a competitive team now. I still think we have a whole lot to go. Like, what I think would help immediately on this team is if we could make a move at left tackle somewhere. I do think that
I
would be
agree.
huge because that could help everybody across the board. But the wide receiver is the end of the chain, right? And there's pieces ahead of them before we have to worry about the end of the chain. We can't even get to the end of the chain because we have so many weak links beforehand. And that's my point. And hey, Jaden Daniels may prove me wrong. Maybe he comes out and he has a Justin Herbert type performance where he just goes out and goes crazy right out of the gate, which I would be all for. It's just I don't see that happening because most rookies don't. Not to say anything about him. I love Jaden Daniels. I'm glad he's here. I just think he's going to need time to develop like every other rookie does. And offensive line is going to be a disaster, but we'll see. And Cliff Kingsbury has his hands full.
And I feel about it on the Aiyuk thing, but I gotta blame some on the receiving core too. I love Terry McLaurin.
How many times did Terry drop
I
the ball
love
this
the
year?
receiving core, but there was times when them boys got put in a seatbelt. They ankles were sent to the shadow realm. They were sitting in freaking quicksand. So I can't put it all on EB. I can't put it all on the O line. I gotta put some on that receiving core too. And Aiyuk creates better separation for anyone on that team right now, and that includes Terry. Respectfully, he creates more separation than all of them. Terry's great contested catches. He's a good route runner, but also he doesn't create as much separation as Aiyuk does. Now people can say, "Oh, we got George Kittle and CMC and Debo. It should be easy, right?" He playing against number one corners. You gotta give him credit for that.
Yeah,
I have nothing bad to say about Aiyuk.
Receiver separation if they trade for Aiyuk, that would improve.
I have nothing to say bad to say.
So if you had the left tackle situation, Phil, you'd be like, okay, let's kick the tires on him.
No, that would help. That is obviously my numero uno problem.
Well, the offensive line in general.
Yeah, we're not a team that needs to go make a move like that. I don't want to trade capital for a receiver and then pay a bunch of money. Like, in my opinion, receiver is a luxury pick. A luxury player.
Well, in this NFL,
unless you get a Calvin Johnson or Julio Jones,
is it really a luxury? Is it really a luxury pick now, though? Is it really think about the Bengals. Think about the Bengals, how they turned around after they drafted Jamar Chase. I mean, we can say
they had one good season and then they were terrible last year. Even with Joe Burrow, they were 5-5.
Well, Joe Burrow had them injuries coming in there. Remember, he got hurt he had an issue in camp, and then he had an issue in the middle of the season where he was out, and then he was done. Yeah, then he was done in the middle of the season. But I'm just saying
with a wrist injury.
That Jamar Chase, and that was Jamar's rookie year, wasn't it? In that 2021
Jamar's a beast.
Right.
And they had a great year.
Is it?
That line is trash.
Is it a luxury pick? Because some of these guys, I could argue that the wide receiver spot, now that you move into where with the quarterback, could be the second most important position on the offense.
I just completely disagree.
Then who would it be? It could be running backs are a premium.
No, running backs are one of the least.
Left tackle?
Yeah, it's all about the quarterback, getting after the quarterback, protecting the quarterback. If you have those three, you're going to compete.
You can. They didn't have an offensive line.
Well,
the Bengals didn't.
I got an argument.
Bengals had a bad
argument.
But they got to the Super Bowl, though.
That's an exception to the rule.
But I'm just saying, you can make it happen, though. If you've got
you can make it
to cover up deficiencies.
Wait. We had 2 decades of elite left tackle play. What the hell did we win?
Not a damn thing, Tony. Not a damn thing. We had
2 decades.
Hold on. We had 2 decades.
What's before the left tackle? I listed a player before the left tackle.
He said guard.
No,
right
quarterback.
Quarterback.
Quarterback. Get after the quarterback. Protect the quarterback. Those are your most important 3 things.
You know how you protect the quarterback? Give him somebody who can catch the ball. Give him somebody a reliable target.
And we had Tanner for a while in this prime. We had Pierre.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dork Hunter. A couple of super chats.
We had Kirk.
Appreciate
we had one little window in 2012. We had a rookie quarterback. They know how to stop him, and we got him hurt. We had an opportunity, and we blew it. We had one opportunity and blew it. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. The OC needs to call plays to help the line. Says Dork Hunter. We all 100% agree on that for sure.
I just remember like Scott.
One more super chat, and then I'll let you. Is Higgins over Bruce Arians? Sorry, over BA. Brandon Aiyuk. Why did I say Bruce Arians? I'm thinking BA is Bruce Arians for some stupid reason. We need size at receiver.
She gets hurt too much.
That's a fair point too. Is who's our guy that's 6 foot or taller? Right now, the tallest receiver I feel like we have is Luke McCaffrey.
Is size really?
Is size really important?
Pause too, right?
Why is height so important, Paul?
Cooper Kupp, even though I think he's an enigma, right? Because I think he's a little overrated because he had that one good season, but they can't stay healthy. But he wasn't the tallest receiver.
I mean, he's 6'2". I'm almost positive.
Is he 6'2"?
Who, Luke?
Cooper Kupp. Is he not 6'2"?
Cooper Kupp like 6'1.5", 6'2".
He probably like 6 foot in normal people.
In real life, he probably 6'2" and
according to Google, he's 6'2".
He's 6'2" in cleats. Cap.
Yeah.
According to Google, that's all I'm going off of. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
6'2" in cleats.
Maybe the internet's wrong. I can look up his combine results.
We keep talking about size and receiver, right?
Yeah.
But Terry McLaurin has led the league in contested catches over the past 2 years.
Yeah, because he didn't had like.
I mean, so do we really need height? Do we really need that? Are we really
73.75 inches at the combine? So he's.
I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown is 6 foot.
He
Amon-Ra 6 foot. Yeah.
The sun god right there. The sun god. Oh, the wing. Yeah, the old wing dragging a raw right there for you, Tone. Right there. Yeah, there you go. I'm hip.
I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, I mean, so like I feel like when we talk about that, it's kind of the history of Washington too is. I know it's not. It's small. The Smurfs, the Fun Bunch, Santana Moss, like all our guys are the wide receivers like we're under 6 foot. I don't even think Art Monk was.
Art Monk was 6 foot.
I think Art Monk was 6 even.
No, I think he was 6. I think I looked it up.
He was 6'3". Art Monk was 6'3".
He was
Gary Clark, I mean,
6
come
foot.
on, fam. Like, you know.
Gary Clark was like 5'10".
No,
that's a picture.
You don't have to. It's obviously, yes, there's been receivers under 6'2" that have succeeded in the NFL. 100%. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But the point is that we have guys. His argument would be we have guys that are 6 foot or under that can ball. What we're missing is a guy that's size that could be the red zone threat that could go up and go get it. Is basically his point to go get it. But I don't want either. I don't want Higgins
I don't want T. I don't want T.
I don't
want
a receiver. I think receiver's a luxury pick. Okay, the arguably one of the worst receiving corps in the league last year won the Super Bowl.
They also had Patrick Mahomes.
I understand that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
they got a Hall of Fame tight end.
And then to Tim's point, though, he had a terrible ass offensive line, and they got their brakes beat off of them in the Super Bowl too.
Yeah, against Tampa Bay. Yeah, when that offensive line got hurt, he was
good point.
On the run for everything.
I mean,
right? And he had Tyreek Hill that year.
They got spanked in that Super Bowl. Boy.
Yeah, I think obviously he has a beast tight end, which I think tight end is criminally underrated. But I like the tight end that we just picked up. Obviously,
I think you can do. I think you can do good with average. Especially on the offensive line. I think you can win games on average with average. You can't be below average.
Yeah, I agree. If you have a really good left tackle, the rest of them could be average. Because that's exactly what San Francisco is. It's Trent Williams.
Yeah, because why the left tackle is so important is it gives your quarterback blindside peace of mind.
Yeah.
It's a peace of mind that because even if your guys because when he's looking the direction of the right side, you don't have to be a beast because he could avoid. I mean, how many times have we seen other quarterbacks do that against us? Chase Young's running around the pocket, just step up and avoid it. They go inside, all right, just run around the pocket. But they could see that. So even if you don't have a good offensive line on the right side that he's looking at, it's way different than the left tackle position. And that's something that is going to be very scary for a rookie.
I feel you. I don't disagree with you, Tim. I just think the number one wide receiver position will be 2B to left tackle's 2A. I mean, left tackle is still more important, but the gap has
I just don't think so.
shortened a little bit.
I like our receivers. I like our receivers. Honestly.
I like them too.
I like him. I don't love him.
Terry McLaurin.
I don't love him.
I love Terry McLaurin.
I don't love him.
I like Jahan Dotson. I love Luke McCaffrey. I love Jamison Crowder. Like, that's a solid.
Man, you tell me a Penn State wide receiver that's done a damn in this league.
That's why I said like.
I'm getting tired of disrespecting. I got
Oh, State Penn wide receivers.
A couple of things in the chat, and then we'll get into.
Hey, Allen Robinson had a little run, all right? Allen Robinson had a little run.
Yeah, he did. He had a little run with everybody. That boy was like the prom date. Everybody's passing him around. Good Lord, Allen Robinson. How many teams?
What about secondary? Isn't that important? Says Yuki. Yeah, the secondary is definitely important.
Very important.
And that's another big question mark we have is who's going to be our starting quarters.
Man, we got like the island of misfit toys. Like it's like Toy Story 3 when they're about to go into the fiery furnace or whatever. That's like all them toys. Like everybody, Andy then forgot about the second. Like that's what it is. That's what Andy is right now.
Allison's asking here. Or it's not a question, but the good statement that's relevant is if Aiyuk can get quick wins, he can help Daniels as I think there's
as pass pro.
Bad. Yeah, I think it's as in pass pro or in
as
pass
like
pro.
Terrible.
Doesn't matter. True. Yeah, I mean, obviously getting open quickly off the line and you can have a quick game definitely helps, but you can't run that all game long. But it doesn't matter. Obviously, and as I said, I know I'm being hyperbolic saying that I don't think it would make any difference. Clearly, having a weapon like Aiyuk would help. That's undeniable, but I don't think it's enough to justify the capital and the payment that you would have to make to go get a Brandon Aiyuk. That is the overall point.
Now, next year when you got about $100 million in cap space, we can make that discussion. Right now,
right.
I think we should just chill.
How many games do you want to win this season?
I want to win all of them. What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that? How many games do you want to win this year?
All of them.
What kind of question? That's how I know that's some Eagles fans asking them dumb questions.
Yeah. What do you think Cliff and Witt will do schematically? I actually found out Cliff does not run a lot of motions, which is interesting.
He doesn't. That's something he doesn't do well.
Oh, as in poor protection from offensive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I missed that. That went over my head. I'm glad PCC.
I tried to explain that to you, Tim.
Yeah, I missed it. I can't read and listen to it at the same time. I am so bad about it. Zane wants in. He's got opinions, but Cliff does not run a lot of motion, which is interesting, and it'll be. I'm curious how that pans out because
I think he's subtle to that by moving the receivers around in different spots.
But do y'all realize this? This is like his first time as really purely just being the offensive play caller since like 2012. Like he's been a head coach.
He wasn't calling plays in Arizona.
No. I said purely.
Oh, purely.
Yeah, he's just that's all we care about is the offense because he's head coach in Arizona. He was the what was he? He was like the special advisor at USC. So he just has an opportunity, which I hope that he can take advantage of. Just focus on being the offense coordinator. That's it. That's all he got. He ain't got to be a head coach. He don't have to worry about defense side of the ball. I think this would be a plus for him. I think it'd be a plus.
100% agree. 100% agree.
I love Frank Bear, man. I love Frank Bear.
The last thing that you guys wanted me to bring up before we get into the camp battles, which is something I have no sense of style. But the gold pants are back, which are actually yellow. Which are actually yellow. You guys excited about the gold pants?
I don't care, man. I don't care.
Fire, but I don't care.
I get sick and tired of it.
No, don't act like you don't care. You're the style guy. You have your A-Lot channel. Shout out to the A-Lot, A-L-O-T.
It's drippy. It's fire.
He's all about style and fashion.
Yeah.
I am
a beautiful fashion statement. I'm trying to.
I am the opposite of fashionable. I don't understand.
It's fire though. It's fire.
All right, Tone says they're fire. So I will defer to the expert in this.
Yeah,
I have no.
Yeah,
Like, I literally don't care
I
because
don't care.
I like look at the Giants uniforms and everybody's like crapping on them and saying, "Oh, they look so hideous," and I'm like, I've seen things look way worse, in my opinion. That people are like, "Oh, these are amazing," and so I feel like if you just don't hit it in the right exact moment, you're screwed. It's true. Double meaning. It's a matter.
Perfect segue. Good job, Corey.
It's relevant there too. All right. Not running away from what the statements I'm saying mean. All right, no, we're gonna move on. We just had to say the gold pants because you guys brought it up.
We got gold pants.
Very, very important. Very important. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do for a little preview is we're gonna go through all the camp battles. Who wins them? What do we think about the camp battles? We're just gonna go straight down the depth chart and just mention basically every position. So we're going to start right at the quarterback spot. I don't think there's going to be much of a competition, hopefully, but technically we do have a rookie compared to a vet. So Jaden Daniels versus Marcus Mariota to start. Is there any chance in your guys' mind, Tone, that Mariota actually starts right out the gate?
Hell no to the no. Hell no. There's no way Jack. No way. No. If Marcus Mariota puts that week number 0 out there and go throw pass for the Washington Commanders this year, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see him, his little peanut head, and that 0 on the field. No. Jaden must start week 1. I know. No way. No way, Jose. No.
I think this is like asking, will Kyle Shanahan stop being a choke artist? It's a no to that, and I don't think we're gonna see Marcus Mariota either. So
no, with everything being reported with Jaden Daniels of how he's doing everything correct, showing up early, first in the building, last to leave kind of guy. He's obviously they were talking about his football IQ coming into the league. I don't think he should have any problems being able to win the starting job over Marcus Mariota. I completely agree.
Let me ask y'all this, because I was listening to Sheehan one day, and he had a little concern that he hadn't heard anything negative about Jaden leading into. It's not like negative, like oh God, he's a monster. You know, he gives spoiled milk to school children and everything. It was more or less like there's no constructive criticism for him. And does that concern y'all? Because everything's been like very, very rah-rah.
That is the most media thing I've ever heard.
I know. No, but you know what I said?
I've never heard something, because Kevin Sheehan would be the same guy ripping a coach that would come out in public saying anything negative about your quarterback. You would say,
I got him.
Keep it in-house. Keep it in-house.
But to the point too, and to his point, or to your point, Tim, that is just showing you how big a Stockholm syndrome we have.
Yeah.
Like we don't know how to, we don't know right. We don't know good.
Right.
We don't know how to do good. And I sat there, this is about a couple weeks ago, and I said, what? Really? Is this the thing? I said, damn, it is July. But
that's the most.
Good God. I said, what Marionberry crack pipe were you smoking, bro? Like, it's just.
I've never heard something more media in my entire life. Yeah, Sheehan's got that media brain. Oh man, content brain.
Drama sales, man. He's just trying to solve some drama.
You see that in the content creating world too. You know, we always talk about drama.
Is it a bad
I see some Hamilton dude always putting stuff up there about what we need to do up in the Facebook world.
So in his opinion,
Jaden
Daniels gets no criticism.
Good one, sir.
Inside the meeting room.
He needs criticism.
You're doing so well. You're doing so good. We only lift up Jaden Daniels.
It's kind of accurate.
Yeah, that's like in-house. Like, hey, you
Cliff and Dan Quinn. That's what they scream. And Joe Witt. Yeah, they seem like they're guys that just they never get criticize a player. They just no matter what, we accept you and we love you. All right. Jaden Daniels gets the start. We all agree. Consensus. Austin Eckler, Brian Robinson. Does Austin Eckler return to form, or does Brian Robinson continue to elevate his game and he earns the first and second down reps with Austin Eckler being more of your third down reception guy out of the back? What do you guys think? Who starts week 1? B-Rob or Austin Eckler?
Is this 2021 or 2024? That's what I need to know. Oh, is it 2024?
Let me check my calendar.
Hell no. Hell no. Austin Eckler, that man has seen better days. He'll still be productive. Don't. I ain't trying to tackle him like he can't play ball. But this is not 2021 when he was leading everybody in fantasy points, getting 17 touchdowns and destroying everybody. This ain't the same Austin Eckler. So, no. I think it's Brian Robinson. It's close. Closer than people think it is, but still I gotta be wrong. I gotta be wrong. Say 2021, 2024.
Respect. Okay. B-Rob gets first and second down, gets the start. What about you, Corey?
Yeah, I think that I'm kind of with Tone. I said every highlight that I saw of Austin Eckler was back when they were still playing in that soccer stadium where the Chargers. So, I mean, like some of his biggest plays was like I had Phillip Rivers throwing the ball to him. So I don't know. I think B-Rob is going to be the guy. I think he showed us stuff last year that he's not as slow as everybody makes him out to be. I think he's got a little speed. I think if you give him opportunities like we saw last year, he's going to take advantage of them, especially on first and second down. And you can get him involved in the screen game too. And maybe, maybe in this offense, this air raid offense, maybe he can find a way. And I mean, heck, he was running out of shotgun anyway. For the most part with Scott Turner and Eric Bieniemy. So maybe they can find a way to keep on doing it. So, I think Brian, because Eckler, you might see him out at receiver sometimes too. So I think
Eckler in the slot.
I think Eckler's going to switch.
All right. Well,
yeah,
I'm going to go Team Eckler then. All right. I got Eckler getting the start. I think he comes back. And I like Brian Robinson. I think Brian Robinson's a solid running back in the league. I don't think he's that great. I think he's more of a middle-of-the-road running back. Austin Eckler, I think he's going to have the experience that they would want next to Jaden Daniels, the rookie quarterback, to help see things that maybe he doesn't see. I think that Austin Eckler gets the nod, at least in week 1 to start. But I'm not mad if Brian Robinson does, but I am going to go Austin Eckler will start week 1 for the Washington Commanders. Brian Robinson will get a decent amount of carries, though, too. All right. Moving down the depth chart. So we know 4 wide receivers on this team for sure. You have Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Luke McCaffrey, Jamison Crowder. I think Crowder's shown enough over the years to be that vet presence that he will definitely be here. I'm assuming we're going to keep 6 wide receivers. Who is the other 2 receivers that you guys are looking at on the depth chart to make this team? Of course, we have our third round De'Ami Brown. Dax Milne's still here. Kazmir Allen showed some things as a returner last season. Does he find a way to make this roster? We have Olamide Zaccheaus added, another vet presence here. Damiere Byrd from the Patriots. Corey, who do you got making the last 2 spots at the receiver spot?
I think Crowder stays, right?
Yeah,
he's going to stay.
I said Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Luke, and Crowder are pretty much your 4 locks.
Right. 4 locks. Really?
Yeah, I think that those. I mean, they're making the team for sure. Yeah, I don't think that's a question.
Let me go with. Shoot. You think? Okay. Zane says Zaccheaus.
I like it.
And. I hate De'Ami Brown. I hate De'Ami Brown and what he's made me become because of him. But damn it, I think he still got the ability to. He showed flash like in that Seattle game. He had a clutch catch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get this Bama. I'm not gonna bum. We get this Bama another opportunity. Give me look at me, Ziachia and De'Ami Brown.
Okay. Tone?
Oh man, that was hilarious. First of all, masterclass of hilariousness from Corey. All right. Secondly, I'm gonna give y'all a wild card. I'm gonna give a little leeway here.
Mhm.
I don't think they keep 6 receivers. I think I got 5 on my roster projection. I got 5.
So you only okay. Hey.
If we're gonna go with your standard, we're gonna go 6. I'm picking Olamide Zaccheaus.
Okay.
I'm picking Mitchell Tinsley.
Mitchell Tinsley.
I'm picking Mitchell
Really?
Tinsley. De'Ami Brown can get his one of
Did
these
you call him De'Ami?
getting himself the hell up out of here. Get De'Ami Brown up out of here. Bye. Sayonara. Nice knowing you. Kick the door. Give me your key card. Nice knowing you. You'll find another roster. Bye.
All right.
De'Ami.
Mr. 500 yards in his 3-year career. Bye. Get out of here. 100 was in one game.
Interesting. All right. I'm going to root for Kazmir Allen, return man, and another slot. And then the other one, I'm going to go with De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown and Kazmir Allen. Those are my two that I'm rooting for here.
That was a wild card. I thought I was a little wild. My wild card, Kazmir Allen. That's definitely what something off left field.
I remember he played well last offseason. Or like last preseason.
Yeah, he fumbled. He fumbled that. Didn't he fumble that punt or something?
He fumbled twice.
Yeah, that's why he didn't make the team originally.
All right. But he was playing very well up until that point, and then he kind of screwed himself. I'm hoping that he does not do that this year and continues to show. And he kind of is our Steve Sims that doesn't drop the ball, but can flash in the return game. Can actually provide something that's not Dax Milne.
Jeez.
So no love for Mr. Steal Girl.
Just that all game long. All game long. De'Ami Brown was a 3rd round pick. I think they find a way to keep him, even though he wasn't their 3rd round.
Third round pick 3 years ago. Cares about that man.
I'm skipping the tight end spot. I think it's pretty obvious that. No, wait, I'm not skipping the tight end spot. I did write one thing down. I'm skipping the starters, though. I think Zach Ertz will get the nod. Do either of you disagree?
Yeah.
Even though I love Ben Sinnott, I think Ben Sinnott will be your number 2. The interesting one is, do we keep 3 or 4 tight ends? And who is it? Because right now we have John Bates and Cole Turner, and another one that could come off injury, Armani Rogers. Who do we keep, and who wins the battle there, Tone? All right, you're saying 4?
Oh, I got 4.
Who are they?
I got Zachary. I got Zachary Ertz. We got my boy Ben Sinnott.
Uh-huh.
I got John Bates. Can't stand it. We got John Bates. And I have Armani Rogers.
Cole Turner out?
Cole Turner get the boot. Bye-bye.
Wow. Corey?
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm agree with Tone. I agree with Master John Bates and then Armani Rogers.
Master John Bates.
Yeah, I think because Armani showed flash in 2022, and I thought he was going to be a big part of this offense. Yeah. And then Zach, it makes me Ertz, and then I think your boy Ben Sinnott is going to. I think Ben Sinnott, I'll play him, and I think he may be a starter.
Ben Sinnott tight end 1.
I love that. I'm rooting for that.
I think Ben Sinnott will be the tight end 1 by the end of the season, though. I do got Zachary week 1 just because of his veteran presence. Zachary,
you stay healthy.
Zachary Ertz.
I think I'm just going to go with John Bates. I think we just keep 3. I don't think Cole Turner. I don't think they keep him.
I think Amari Rogers' athleticism is going to make him want to keep him. I really believe that. He's just too athletic, man.
Well, I'm rooting for it. I do think that he could be a very good receiving tight end, but I don't want a receiving tight end. I don't like receiving tight ends. Just give me another receiver. And I would rather just keep another receiver then and go with 3 guys that are actually tight ends. with Zach Ertz, Ben Sinnott, and John Bates are actually tight ends, not just big receivers. So that's what I would rather see on this team. That's just my opinion.
That's
Left tackle. Moving on to our offensive line. We've definitely talked about it. This is what I want to ask. Do we have our starting left tackle on the roster week 1 today? Does somebody step up and make that left tackle spot? Tone?
They ain't signed nobody yet. So that's telling me something. They would have signed somebody yet if they had a problem with who's on the roster. So that the team is telling me that they think they had their starting left tackle.
Okay,
I think that guy's Brandon Coleman. I don't think it's Cornelius Lucas. It's Don Short and Andrew Wiley. By process of elimination, it's Brandon Coleman. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we'll see what he got. I mean, this is a fill it out year. What do you have? But next year, if he doesn't pan out, then you just move him to right and draft the guy. But they're gonna try him out. They're gonna try him out there and see what he got. At this point, you don't got crap to lose. You ain't win nothing this year anyway.
I disagree. Corey?
That's fine.
I like it, Tone. I like it. But I still think that they'll get to camp because Cornelius Lucas has only been good in spurts. I think they'll get to camp, and Donovan Smith's still out there, right? So maybe they go out and they get somebody that can come in there and really compete. I think they're just gonna figure out we just got a couple of guys there, and we could probably call Corey and Tim and Tone here to play left tackle too. So yeah, I think they'll bring somebody in.
Love it.
Yeah.
No, I think the starting left tackle is not on this team. I do not. I think they make a move at the left tackle spot. And the reason is you don't need to bring in Donovan Smith early in camp.
No.
You give those reps to your young guys that you want to see who can you develop. I think Coleman's more of a developmental guy on the right side. That's my opinion. And you got guys like Braden Daniels as well as another guy that you drafted that's very athletic at the tackle spot. I think you can give him reps. And we'll see who else. I mean, Cornelius Lucas will obviously get the reps as well, even though he's been a vet and a long-time guy now. But I think that you can wait on a Donovan Smith. See if somebody steps up. Good for him. If Braden Daniels steps up and plays phenomenally, good for him. I don't see it, even though I'm rooting for it, because obviously I want this team to succeed. But my opinion, the left tackle is not on this team as it currently stands. Is Andrew Wiley a lock? Are they competing with anybody?
Yep. Nope.
So Andrew Wiley's just a lock here.
Yep. I think he's your lock of the century.
I hate it.
You can hate it.
I don't even. What's my worst nightmares? I don't even disagree. I hate it. I hate that I don't even disagree with you.
Embrace the dark side, Luke.
No, I'm not embracing it. I'm scared to death of it. I hate it. I think you guys might be right. I think Andrew Wiley might
embrace
be a
the Wiley.
I mean, my hope would be Brandon Coleman on the right and Donovan Smith on the left. That would be my hope.
I take Andrew Wiley.
But I might get Brandon Coleman on the left and Andrew Wiley on the right, and I'm not excited about it. Oh, it's gonna be a long year.
Andrew Wiley, Pro Bowl alternate. You heard it here first.
He will be a Pro Bowl 20th alternate.
He's gonna be a Pro Bowl second alternate or something. He's gonna be like, oh damn!
He said that.
I just had to remove. Put him backstage. Put him backstage.
Oh, I can't wait till we get. I can't wait till we get the quarterback. I can't wait till we get the quarterback. Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I will get the corner. Screw this.
I can't wait to get the corner.
Andrew Wiley, Pro Bowl disaster.
Alternate, Pro Bowl alternate. That's all.
He shouldn't even be a pro, let alone a Pro Bowler.
The man played in the Super Bowl. Timmy,
he shouldn't even be a pro. All right, here we go.
He shouldn't be a pro. Oh my god.
All right, moving on to the defensive side of the football. All right. It's very interesting. Like, what are we going to do at this edge spot, right? I mean, we definitely have Fowler and Dorrance Armstrong, two guys that are coming from a Dan Quinn, Joe Witt defense before. So those are your two starters. How many do we keep here? Like, who are the? I'm assuming we keep 6, but maybe somebody feels different here. And who would they be? Like, who's the 2 that you're looking to compete down there at the end? Tone, you said you had an opinion on how many they keep.
Yeah, so I think we keep 5. I think we keep 10 total defensive linemen, 5 on the interior, 5 on the exterior.
All right, let's combine that with the defensive tackles then. Does that mean because normally you keep 4 D tackles and 6 defensive ends, so you have 10 on that defensive line. If you're only keeping 5 defensive ends, do you keep 5 defensive tackles?
Yeah, I would keep 5 defensive tackles.
Okay, so give me your 10 guys that you would keep right now.
All right, so for ends, I got Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, Cleveland Farrell, KJ Henry, and then I know we signed someone else too. We signed like 100 for we signed 100 edge rushers.
Yeah, we have a ton of edge rushers that are all like mediocre, but could put minutes on the board. Like you have F.A. Obata still.
F.A. Obata.
Javonte Jean-Baptiste is the guy they drafted, obviously. Andre Jones Jr. played well. Arguably, he played better than KJ Henry last year. He had flashes. And right now he's listed as the 2nd string as opposed to KJ Henry listed as your 3rd string. It's actually going to be extremely competitive.
Yeah,
at this defensive end spot. Like, it's not going to be competitive as like high-end players, but they're all guys that could be really solid rotational pieces on this defense. Yeah. And who actually, because I think F.A. Obata, assuming health, I think he could deserve a spot. And then Javonte Jean-Baptiste, I think they make him a practice squad guy. He was 7th round pick.
They're going to stash him and develop him.
I mean, you got to make a decision on in that defensive tackle room too. Is it going to be Phil Mathis or is it going to be John Ridgeway?
It's so true. And then
that's why they don't keep 5.
Patoa,
that's why they don't keep 5 because they don't want to.
Potato was already he was okay towards the end. Last year he started
5 because of that. They don't want to make a decision, and they also could say that Johnny Newton could play defensive end and tackle and choking John Finale. So it'll be John, Duran, Johnny Newton.
And does Johnny Newton start on pup too? Does with his injury? Because he had this surgery. Does he start like on pup?
Yeah, they say he's ready for camp. We'll see.
Yeah, Newton does he even? Yeah, will he even be
on
the roster? That's a great point. It's a very good point.
I think he's ready to go.
So, and also we have to also remember Jamin Davis. Is he going to be an off-ball linebacker, or is he going to be listed as an edge?
And he's always been off the ball, so I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Oh my He'll be a hybrid, I think.
He should be.
Because right now he's listed on the depth chart as a starting strong side linebacker.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be a strong side linebacker. I think he should be a weak side linebacker.
I think he'll be a weak side linebacker /
But yeah, they were playing him at edge, trying to be like in that Micah Parsons type role, because obviously the athleticism and the body style is very comparable to a Micah Parsons. I don't think he has that dog in him that Micah has, that won't reach that potential that Micah has reached. But at the same time, he's got a lot of those physical tools that Micah has. So now that also might start to affect how many defensive linemen do you actually keep if you have a guy like Jamin Davis, and also a guy like Frankie Louvu that's gotten after the quarterback that's been all over the place. So you have so many guys that can play different positions and be versatile in that front 7.
And that's the number one position for the linebackers is in the NFL. Is the Commander's Corps, remember?
Yeah.
They ain't played it down together.
What Joe Witt say? He said, I don't got 11 guys. I got 18 guys that come after you.
Yep.
So, I mean, he wasn't lying when he said
I like that answer.
I'm definitely curious on where does Jamin Davis start camp. That'll be a very interesting tell.
Probably at the racetrack.
Probably child linebacker.
Probably at Talladega.
Not Talladega. Or
All right, who's our starting corners
Loudoun County Jail
on this team? Starting corners.
Jim Bob, whoever. Michael somebody.
Michael
Uncle
Davis.
Rico. Uncle Rico. Like, I'm just making
Castro
up names
Fields.
this week. Yeah.
I'm trying to put it together.
Probably.
Like, does Emmanuel Forbes and Benjamin St. Juice, are they actually starters week one?
One of them
I think
is,
Juice
one of them
might
ain't.
be. Because I think they
Be the
value
Forbes
that
foundations
size.
come off the bench. Be the Forbes foundations come off the bench.
And a guy that I actually really like in this system could be Christian Holmes.
Wow.
I liked him in Oklahoma State in this style system to play off the ball and kind of read the quarterback's eyes. Not a man-to-man corner, not a guy that's going to shut you down manned up, but in a cover 3 system that Dan Quinn likes to run and try to bait things and play more in zone schemes. I don't think Christian Holmes actually earns the starting role, but he's a guy that I would actually, if he did, sure. I wouldn't be upset about it. I think I would trust that they believe in him, and I think that he could do the job.
I think they're going to go with Michael Davis.
Michael Davis, okay.
Benjamin St. Juice, and Mikey Samuel.
Yeah, I think that's probably. Because I've heard good things about Michael Davis.
Christian Holmes could be a good fit, but I don't know if they're going to let him start. That's a bold move. Michael Davis.
Yeah, I don't think he gets started either. I don't think so either.
Michael Davis is a vet that they trust. That they gave a 1-year deal to. And I think St. Juice is light years better than Feed the Full Foundation.
I mean, Tone, come on now.
You mentioned the corner spot, or the nickel corner, I should say. Right now, Quan Martin is listed as the starting nickel over Mike Sanders still.
That's going to change very quickly. They're going to want to play Quan safety. I really believe that. I really think he's going to play safety. He will start free safety. Forrest? It could be him and Forrest. It could be him and Jeremy Chin. It could be a multiple different. I think that safety room is a lot of competition.
And also Percy Butler.
Yeah, Percy Butler's back there.
Percy Butler's considered a guy that I remember is Chris Sims. He was saying that Percy Butler was one of his top guys at the free safety spot behind, I think it was Hamilton at that time, or was the top safety in the draft, and then he had Percy Butler up there.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Percy's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be.
I think it might be make or break too for Percy.
There's so much versatility on this defense. So many different ways you can use so many different players.
It could be very spicy.
And I don't think we're a very I mean, there's good pieces on this defense. Obviously, you have Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen. I like Johnny Newton, so the interior defensive line is good. I actually liked Dorrance Armstrong in Dallas. I thought he's flashed on the screen a lot. Frankie Luvu has high expectations. Bobby Wagner's a beast. Led the league in tackles last year. And you have a guy like Jeremy Chin who fell off from his rookie season, but still has a lot of potential at that strong safety spot. And then Mike Sanders still, I liked a lot coming out of Michigan. It'll be very interesting to see how this defense meshes year one with Joe Witt Jr. And there's potential on this defense. I don't know. Maybe it's just the scared Skins fan that it seems like anytime we have something good, it falls apart. But
yeah, way to go, Kevin Sheehan.
Yeah,
thinking negative over there. Negative Sheehan.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin Sheehan for his foolishness.
Yeah, it's just how will it come together? Because there's potential here for sure. It's just how will they use all these pieces that they have.
But this is a good problem to have. We haven't had that problem here in a long time. We always knew who was going to get plugged in and started in certain spots.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, I mean, we go into it with a little bit of mystery, right? And I think that's
fun.
Kind of fun. Yeah, that's fun. That's positive. Like, we don't know.
And we got talent on the roster.
But the problem is like, we don't know, but at the same time, like, are our options that great? Like, obviously, I think Bobby Wagner, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne gives you great at their positions.
Right.
Outside of that, it's a bunch of how good will they actually be, right? I mean, Frankie Luvu performed very well. How good will he be in this defense? We shall see. I mean, Dante Fowler, how old is he now? He can't be that young.
He's north of
He's like
30,
20, 29.
29. So he's an older
For a
vet now.
yeah, I mean,
Dorrance Armstrong, I mean, I liked him, but I don't know. I'm not sitting here thinking that he's going to be, a top tier defensive end in this league, right? So
No.
it's a lot of interesting pieces, but not a lot of super high end pieces, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I do trust the coaching staff here that they'll put the players in the best possible position that they can. It's just because, how much can we trust in a Mike Sanders still? He's a rookie. I like him a lot, but he's a rookie. I mean, will he step in year one in one of the hardest positions in football? Find out next time. We'll see. And then Derek Forrest, I'm not super excited about him. I know a lot of Commanders fans love some Derek Forrest. I think he's mediocre.
You have taking that ball away 2 years ago, though. I give him that.
We'll see. And the last guy is our starting kicker this season actually on the team. Are we really going to go with Ramiz?
No, we're not. It's lies. No. I mean,
that'll be a big thing.
No. We're not doing that. No.
Yeah. No. And it'll be a big thing in camp of do we bring in kicking competition? When do we bring in another kicker to compete against Ahmed?
Probably this week or next week.
I could have brought in a kicker. They're giving kickers contracts out. We had one kicker who people couldn't stand here in Washington. That man got paid. Dustin Hopkins. Dirty Dusty Hopkins.
Dirty Dusty. All right.
Got him.
Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the Immaculate Grid, and we'll do that and roll out of here. It was fun. Thanks for all the chats. Appreciate you guys. Thank you especially to Door Gunner for the super chats. And we will end this and see you next week. All right, let's do it. Let's pull it up. Nope, not that. This. Gotta add my present, share screen, entire screen, share, bang, 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 bang. All right, let's do it. So across the top, we have the Chargers, Patriots, and Super Bowl champ. And then we have the Buccaneers, the Dolphins, and the Packers down the left side. All right, interesting. There's a lot of guys that you could think of on that. Tampa Bay just won recently, so you could probably go down way down the depth chart and think of somebody that won. Tom Tupa.
Yeah, for the Super Bowl champion.
Tom Tupa. What about Dean? What was his name? Jamel Dean or something?
Yeah. I'm trusting.
You can put like Scotty Miller or something too.
Tom
Tupa.
0.2. Very, very good. Very, very good. So we have to go back to the Dolphins haven't won since
the 70s.
70s.
I've got one. Giro your premium.
What the?
GAR.
What does this say? Hold on. Since when paired with the team. Okay, so they had to be on the team. Okay.
Yeah, he had to be on the team.
All right. GARRO. Okay.
You see your premium?
4%.
So I've got two for this one I could try. Because I know one of the Packers Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
Carol Dale, or you can try Tim Mastay.
Who?
I know Carol Dale.
Tim Mastay?
Yeah, or Carol Dale is a good one. He was
Mastay?
Yeah.
What?
Nick Folk for the Patriots and the Buccaneers.
Nick Folk.
Yeah.
Nick Folk, that's a good one. Yeah, the kicker. Yeah.
The mother Folker.
The mother.
I like Garrett Blunt. I mean, I think that's too high, but that's who I think of when I think of those two. 0.5, phenomenal. You gotta love the kickers.
Ray Lucas.
Yep,
he's a quarterback.
I don't know who do that. I don't know who do this on that one. That's
three of the guys don't even have pictures.
God,
Corey's cooking right now.
One man show.
Wasn't I feel like Martellus Bennett played for the Patriots too. For the
Yeah, he did.
for the
He did.
Packers? Did he play for the Packers?
Yeah, he played. I'm pretty sure.
That might be a lot though.
Yeah, that's probably a common one. But I don't know much else off the top of my head. I would have to...
Let me see how long Martellus Bennett. I'm looking to make sure he played for the Packers.
I think I'm pretty confident you're right.
Yeah, he did. He played for Martellus Bennett. Hold on before you do that.
Okay.
This is weird because you got to make sure he played. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Martellus Bennett played for.
I like it. I think it will be high, but wow, 61%.
Are you kidding me?
Holy
God, that
smokes.
messed up our
61?
goodwill.
Wow.
61?
Holy crap!
Holy
I
I
just
figured
pulled
it'd be
that one.
high. I didn't expect it to be that high. 61%.
We could say screw it now and just go like Vincent Jackson. Right?
I would just say F it now. It's over with. Like 61%.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, from now on, let's see if we can get the highest.
Yeah.
79%. Well, to play.
Chris Chambers.
Chris Chambers, yeah.
You think Chris Chambers is the most?
That'll be low. That'll be like 14%, I think.
Hey, Martellus Bennett was 61. Is crazy.
What
I
about,
couldn't believe that one?
Hold on. I'm trying to think of one of those defensive end outside linebackers.
Well, I know why he was number one now.
Why is that?
Because if you Google it, he's the first player on the top of the thing. That's why.
The Packers, Patriots.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You were doing so well. Martellus Bennett, you ruined everything.
Man, I feel like there's one here that fits the bill, but I'm drawing a complete blank. I don't know. Who do you got for this one, Corey?
I just say Chris Chambers.
Okay, we'll just go with that. Because 13%, not bad. Let me see here. And then let me know who you got for the last one.
Quentin Jammer didn't play for the Packers. No, there was a
Jammer. That's cool.
No, I don't think he.
Yeah, no, he
played
I don't think he did
for.
either. That's just a good.
Jim McMahon. Go Jim McMahon.
Jim McMahon.
I'm about to say you go Jared Cook.
9%, not bad. Jared Cook, that was a great one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
All right, well,
I'm so mad though. That pissed me off.
Martellus Bennett, very high.
Martellus Bennett, man, he ruined everything. His goof show.
Then we said this. We're just like F it.
Yeah, this is that we just said F at that point. We stopped caring.
God, that makes me so mad.
Dang, Martellus
Dang
Bennett.
it. I did have one in my head. I should have said it out loud. Junior Seau.
Oh crap! Junior Seau.
But I was wrestling around in my head. Was it Merriman or Seau?
It was definitely Seau.
Merriman played for
Dolphins. Yeah, and so that's what I was sitting there racking my brain about which was it, and then I just said, "Screw it, we'll just go with what you guys."
My man did do a lights out dance in my.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right, well, that's another show in the books. Appreciate you guys supporting and hanging out. We will definitely be here weekly as the season now progresses. We're out of starting tomorrow. The players will be in the building, and we are out of the off season and into the preseason, and then right around from the regular season and so on. We will be here quite often. Zane will too. Shout out Zane.
Hey, they said shout out for
there. There you go.
True.
Awesome. Appreciate all of you guys. Any last words from you guys?
I will never, ever forgive you, Martellus.
I know, right?
Go subscribe to these two on the Warpath and PSN Commanders Network. First links in the description. Go hang out with them as well. Show them love and support. Appreciate you guys, and we will see you next week. And until next time,
Emmanuel Forbes for president.